about the defensive backfield, man. What you've seen from those guys, particularly Caleb Cost, and then without Thad Dixon, what they've been able to do these last few weeks?
Man, those guys stepped up to the plate, man. They've been working every day. Just coming to work, understanding that we're down one and next guy up. So they've been balling out. As a collective, the whole group, and they've all been improving. We've all been improving, and they've been showing. Us as a team been showing it on the field.
Jeremiah?
Yeah, I'm sure we've probably asked you about, Milcart defensive line earlier parts of this year, but, in recent weeks, Milcart specifically has, really ramped it up. A lot of guys credit his work ethic, things like that. I guess when you've seen him just these kind of last couple of weeks, what's working well for him? Like, what do you think is clicking for him?
Man, it's no surprise Milcart balling out on the field. He comes to work every day. He's a professional at what he does. He comes to the building, works his tail off, and it's shown on the field. So what we do on Saturdays and Fridays and even Mondays, it just shows what we've been doing every other day, like through the week. So Milcart's a great player, and he's going to continue to ball out.
How do you see his work ethic, and you said professionalism? How do you kind of see that rub off on the rest of the guys and kind of get everybody, because obviously the defense you guys were playing with. So how have you kind of seen that kind of rub off on everybody?
I think it rubs off on. Yeah, it does. I mean, you see it every day. Everybody just builds off each other, feeds off each other. We all close. So if you see your brother working hard, it would be a what would you say? It would be a discredit to him to not go as hard. So, yeah.
Jeremiah?
Hey, Khmori, I asked Austin this earlier, but you may have seen, you may have not, the social media posts of the team celebrating the boom box after the win against Syracuse. Can you just walk through?
Say it again?
There was a social media post of the team celebrating the boom box and saying,
oh, okay, yeah.
Getting hyped.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about your own personal emotions and what everyone else was feeling in that moment?
Man, it's just a sign of relief, man. We got a dub, we got an ACC dub. So I feel like we just celebrating the dub. You know what I'm saying? It's good to have that moment with your teammates, and we can't last too long because we got to beat Stanford this week. But it was great. It was a great feeling to get that dub, and we chasing that feeling every other week going forward, for sure.
Thank you.
Khmori, sort of on that same point. Chip was telling us that after Clemson and that bye week, it felt like everybody versus UNC, that you guys kind of banded together, and you guys have been playing better since then. Now that things are starting to go your way a little bit more, how do you sort of keep that same intensity that you guys found during that week?
Just by keep doing what we've been doing, just stacking our days, like I told y'all when we were losing, just stacking our days. No matter if we winning or losing, we don't get too high, we don't get too low. We just stay right in the middle and keep building. So, and that's how you win games, by never letting our emotions feed into how we work, how we come to practice, how we come to the game. So that's how we're gonna keep attacking it.
Noah?
Khmori, Bill has always been obviously a very level-headed person. I'm curious, this whole year, what kind of emotion have you seen from him, especially, I guess, after wins especially? Have you seen anything that, you weren't expecting to see before you got here, just knowing of who Bill is?
Nah, he's going to be himself.
How is he after games? Is he obviously much different than during the week, but after a win, do you see any emotion out of him?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he was happy.
I wondered, this program's a little bit different. The guys who don't play on Saturdays are off to the side, standing in that area. I know you haven't been there, but how do the guys who are playing sort of keep those guys in the game, and then those guys, what do they do for you, the guys who are inactive for a game? Or is there a way for them to communicate with you guys while you're on them?
Yeah, those guys are a big part of our team, big part of the locker room. They come to work every day. We have a thing called Sunday night football after the games, and they play a little game, and those guys work their tails off too, man. Those guys are next guys up. Any time one of them guys can get called in, and those guys gonna compete just as hard as we do. So yeah, I love those guys just as much as everybody else, for sure.
Grant?
Hey, Khmori, I know you're at Washington with Steve, and of course he's the defensive coordinator there, he's the defensive coordinator here. And, when he was at Washington with you guys last year, You guys went through a defensive turnaround this year. You guys are going through another defensive turnaround. Number 30 in total defense, 25th in rush defense, to top 10 in red zone defense. What are some of the traits from a player's perspective that stand out to you about his coaching style and whatnot?
He allows us to, play football, gives us the tools, and tells us what worked, what doesn't work, what we should do here, what we shouldn't do here. So he's just a great all-around defensive coordinator. At the end of the day, we all come together as a collective unit, and it's all about want to. You know what I'm saying? If we want to be great, we can be great. So Coach Steve's been doing great, and we trust in him, what he calls, and we're gonna try to execute it to our best ability. For sure.
What makes you guys trust him in a sense? And you just mentioned trust. What makes you guys trust him so much?
He's our coach. So to be honest, really that's what makes us trust him. I mean, he comes to work every day and does his job, and just like we got to do our job. So we're all a team. So it's only right that we trust our teammates, and that's just how you have to win games, for sure.
Adam?
Khmori, kind of along those lines, I was wondering, it's such a new group of guys that came together to make this team. Are there any sort of schematic adjustments defensively that you could point to as you guys have gone along the season, like things that are working? Maybe that you've adjusted or gone to in the last couple of weeks that have sort of unlocked the defense a little bit? Because, it's been a really big uptick in some of the stuff you're doing. Like, is there anything like that you've tried that's working that you could point to, like an adjustment or two?
I wouldn't say like a schematic adjustment. I would say that we've been honing in on the small things, and being able to play the basic calls the right way, and just starting small and being able to execute, because if you can't execute the little things, you're not going to be able to go to the big things and open it up how you really want to. So just being able to execute the little things, honing our fundamentals, and just becoming better within the defense. I feel like we're getting better because it was early on in the season, and as you progress and as you keep working, it's only right that you're going to get better. So it's just a credit to our work, for sure.
We got time for two more. We're going to go with Spencer, and then we're going to AJ close us out here.
Yeah, Khmori, I know you're a St. John Boston.
I'm sorry.
Stanford's been moved recently to, Elijah Brown, quarterback from Modern Day, so I'm pretty familiar with his game. We're out there. You looking forward to facing off against your old high school rival?
Yeah, for sure. My last high school game was losing to him, so we're gonna get it back for sure. Yeah.
And Jen?
Going back to what you were saying with Adam's question, Bill talked a lot back in August, September about the basics, fundamentals, constantly said it over and over. Is that kind of what you're talking about, just a small layering process of the basics and fundamentals? And with that, kind of the talent is able to kind of mushroom out of it?
Yeah, just all around fundamentals, and that's really is how you prevail in a defense like this. Fundamentals and being able to just execute. You know what I'm saying? If you don't play the game the right way, you're not going to be able to execute, and it's all about the little things. Yeah, for sure.
Just the basics.
Basics, man. Basics, fundamentals.
Simplicity is big, huh?
Yeah, you don't need to be too complex. Just keep it fundamentals and basic. We're gonna win for sure.
We close this out.
Just curious, a lot of players have spoken to us just about even when the team was losing, just the individual kind of improvements that they saw in their own game. George was telling us he maxed out his speed at 21 miles per hour. Where you hear about the success in the weight room. For you, where are some areas maybe in your game or just physically that you've seen yourself develop from, preseason to now?
I would say just the ins and outs of our defense. I'm getting better at understanding where everybody else is at on the field, which helps me play faster. Physically, I feel like I've gotten stronger, I've gotten faster. And then, on the football field, I'm just honing in on the small things that I got to get better at, and just being able to work at it every day. And I've been feeling like a way better player this year than I was last year, and I'm gonna keep getting better going forward for sure.
Perfect. Good stuff. Thanks so much.
Thank y'all. Appreciate you guys.